the hidden history of our cats. Welcome to a journey through time, where we will unravel the enigmatic history of one of the most beloved and mysterious animals on the planet, the domestic cat. Their relationship with humanity is much older than we imagine, a bond forged not in palaces, but at the dawn of civilization. For a long time, it was believed that the domestication of cats began in ancient Egypt, around the 3rd millennium BC. However, an archaeological discovery in Cyprus in 2004 rewrote this narrative. The remains of a cat found alongside a human burial, dated between 7,500 and 7,000 BC, revealed a much earlier cohabitation. This feline, morphologically similar to the African wildcat, suggests an initial familiarity, not full domestication, but the beginning of a relationship. The true spark of this coexistence was ignited by agriculture around 8 to 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent. The storage of cereals attracted rodents, which in turn attracted wildcats. It was a mutually beneficial alliance. The cats found an easy food source, and the humans a natural form of pest control. Genetic studies on nearly 1,000 cats have confirmed this region as the epicenter of domestication, identifying up to 5 distinct domestication events of the desert cat. But it was in ancient Egypt that the cat achieved an unprecedented status. Known as Mew, these felines were not only appreciated for their sweetness and grace, but, crucially, for their protective role. They safeguarded grain silos from rodents and eliminated rats, vectors of disease and venomous snakes. This practical utility elevated them to a sacred level. They were associated with the goddess Bastet, a symbol of fertility and protection, often depicted with a cat's head. Pharaoh's laws were strict. Killing a cat was punishable by death. It's said that a Roman dignitary was lynched by the population of Alexandria after accidentally killing a cat. Despite the pharaoh's attempts to calm the crowd, cats were mummified with honors, even with embalmed mice for the afterlife. In 1890, over 300,000 feline mummies were discovered in Tel Basta. The Egyptian respect for cats was even a weakness exploited in war. In 525 BC, Cambyses too tied cats to his soldiers' shields during the siege of Pelusium, preventing the Egyptians from counterattacking for fear of harming them, leading to the city's fall. However, the cult of Bastet declined and disappeared with the prohibition of pagan cults in 390 AD from Egypt. Cats expanded across the world. Legend has it that the Greeks stole at least 6 pairs of cats, taking them to Greece and from there to the Mediterranean. In Greece and Rome, while their hunting ability was recognized, they were not deified. Other animals like weasels and ferrets were the main rodent controllers. The Greeks, in fact, preferred dogs as companions. In Asia, cats arrived in China through trade during the Hellenistic period, where they were warmly received for their beauty and their gift for hunting mice. They became a symbol of peace, fortune, and family serenity, believed to attract good luck and ward off demons. In Japan, they arrived with Buddhism in the 6th century, evolving to be considered bearers of good fortune, like the famous Manekineko. Today, there are cat islands where they outnumber humans and are very well cared for. In India, the cat was also honored, and the goddess of fertility sometimes adopted its appearance. But the cat's reputation in Europe suffered a drastic decline during the late Middle Ages, despite their usefulness in rodent control. The Catholic Church associated them with pagan cults and demonic forces, especially black cats. This perception led to widespread persecution and sacrifices at popular festivals under the Inquisition. This systematic extermination had a devastating consequence. It directly contributed to the proliferation of rodents, which in turn exacerbated the spread of the Black Death in the 14th century. Paradoxically, the ravages of the Black Death contributed to the cat's rehabilitation. Beginning in the 17th century, it started to be considered a family pet. Scientific discoveries of the 19th century demonstrated its hygiene, and the Romantic movement helped consolidate its positive image. In the 18th century, affection and esteem for the cat grew. and the idea of respectful treatment of animals became widespread. The concept of breeds of cats as we know them today is a relatively modern phenomenon. Although Linnaeus made a first inventory in 1758, it was in the 19th century that cat lovers began to select and breed felines with particular traits to create luxury breeds. Exhibitions and shows, such as the first modern cat show at the Crystal Palace in London in 1871, were crucial. The number of recognized breeds has increased significantly, from 8 in 1900 to almost 100 at the beginning of the 21st century. Thus, the cat has traveled an extraordinary path, from wild predator to deity, from demon to unconditional companion. Its history is a reflection of our own, a testament to how coexistence, culture, and science have shaped the destiny of these fascinating felines. Money explainers.